Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can see me now. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I was about to hit go live, change it to the face cam, and then I spilt my beer everywhere. No equipment got damaged, thank goodness, but had to clean that up, so I apologize, but we're here. Yay. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining. This is amazing. This is so awesome. So, welcome to my first live stream ever. I knew there was going to be at least one disaster. Hopefully that's the end of it. But how's everyone doing? Thank you for joining. We have a lot of people in here. That's exciting. I hear my beer fairy bringing me a new one. Thank you.
Crisis averted. Temporarily.
Thank you. Also, how do I get my chat back up here again?
Please hold.
I didn't know which,
This one.
There we go. Okay.
Hey, okay. Let's make sure this works. Hey!
Okay. Also, bear with us because this is our first live stream ever, so we're also still figuring a few things out. But I think we're working. Okay.
I mean, that's probably a good question to start on, so yeah, try clicking it.
Okay.
Yeah, and clicking
Boom.
it.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, awesome.
Things work.
Things work.
If
Everyone say hi
anything's
to
not
Chris.
working, let me know. I'll be in the chat in the other room. Bye.
Okay, hello everyone. Barb, hello from Halifax. Hope you're doing well. I saw first person in here was Henry. Hello, Henry. I met Henry in Arizona. And if I've met any of you guys in real life, let me know. Give me a wave. Give me, hello. We have Alan here. We have Destroyed. Hello. We have Mimi, Alexandria. Hello from Georgia. Yeah, tell me where you guys are from. Corey from Drumheller. Awesome. Awesome. Oop, I clicked the wrong one. Very cool. So actually, funny story about Drumheller. I'll tell that. The short version is Drumheller was my first attempt at being a travel vlogger, well before the YouTube days, and I never posted that video because it was so bad. But not because Drumheller is bad, because I was so bad. One day I think I might go back into the archives and find that and show you guys how I started, because it was bad. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, so I just wanted to celebrate the group trips that we're launching next year, and oh my gosh, we're so close to 200,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you guys for helping me get there. That's amazing. And we also have Chris in the chat, so you can ask him any questions as well. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to put it out there as far as anyone who wants to talk about anything, ask questions. If you want any clarifications about the group trips that we're doing, if you want to know about our Europe trip that we did in June, it's been a pretty busy 6 weeks. So we're kind of finally home for a little while. So yeah, Wisconsin, almost Canada. From summer. Wisconsin. Uh-oh, the accents are coming out. Anyway, just one page away. Hello, thank you for being here. Appreciate the well-deserved 200K. Thank you so much. It's a lot of fun. It's lots of fun. We've got Emily from Texas. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining. Then we have Kendall from Tennessee, hello. Bill from Long Island. We've got Vicky from Jersey. Angie from Queensland, right on. Bonnie from California. Awesome, welcome in everyone. Welcome in. We've got, who else? We've got Japan coming up. Shay, love the hair, thank you. And also anyone who was, anyone here from my first attempt at streaming a few years ago from Twitch. Hello from to my old Twitch fans and friends. We've got Andy in Ensenada. Right on. How is it there? How's the tacos? How's the cervezas? We've got Michelle in Mexico. Right on. Yeah, hopefully we're going to go back to Mexico. Probably like the Bucerias, Puerto Vallarta area again. I'm hoping the first week of December maybe, so stay tuned for that for sure. Paul, welcome in from the Pittsburgh area. Right on. Right on. Good morning from Australia, Lisa. Thanks for joining us. Right on. Yeah, we've never been down under. One day that would be amazing. Okay, so let's start answering some questions, I guess. Sorry, I'm chatting away. Wow, Henry, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Allie, it was a true pleasure meeting you and Chris at TravelCon alongside Julianne and Martine. They were so much fun. Henry, it was awesome meeting you. If you guys followed along my Instagram stories and stuff like that, we were at our first ever travel conference back in, I guess that was March, in Arizona. That's where we met Henry and a bunch of travel YouTubers and travel creators, and it was so fun. It was awesome. It was a great way to connect. We put together an Arizona travel blog or vlog. We haven't posted it yet just because things have been busy, so hopefully we'll get to posting that pretty soon. But yeah, Henry, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Your favorite beer is Guinness. That would be really fun to have you on the Ireland trip then. But yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. So appreciate that, Henry. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Okay, so Bill, looking forward to the Ireland trip. That is awesome. Love to hear it. Mimi, what destination stands out or surprised you in a good way? Ooh, great question. One of my favorite trips to this day still is when Chris and I went, I don't want to say backpacked, but we kind of roughed it a little bit in the Yucatan in Mexico. This was pre-YouTube days, about a year before. Well, no, a couple years before, I guess. I would love to go back. They've got the train now and everything, so it'd be super fun. But that was kind of our first experience, like staying in the jungle. We stayed at this eco resort. We found some ruins, not the ruins you've heard about. Like these ones are pretty like hidden gem ruins. The food was amazing. Yeah, it was good. We really liked that spot for sure. Alrighty. We've got Margot from Calgary. Welcome in. Summer. Very important question. What beer are you drinking? I am drinking, in true Alley form, a Michelob Ultra. So cheers. If you're watching a show that just came out, you might call it fake beer. Someone dropped the show in the comments, if you know what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Just one page away says, can you and Chris share your top 3 favorite budget-friendly destinations? Let's say you had $500 to spend on planning a trip, flight, and lodging. Where would you both pick? Wow, that is crazy. So the first thing I will say is being from Canada. That is a very, very tight budget. I can't even fly an hour and a half away for less than $500 one way, usually, from where I am. But if you have better flight options than I do, my top 3 destinations would probably be Mexico, Vietnam. I went to Vietnam in 2015, and I think it's still pretty inexpensive. Third place, I mean, probably somewhere else in Southeast Asia, I guess. I really liked Cambodia. I would love to go back. I would love to go back. Yeah. Where are you going next in the Cancun Riviera Maya area? Native Texas gal. Thank you for the question. I really want to go down to Bacalar. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's definitely a little further south, but it looks really nice there. So maybe one day soon. Yeah. We love going to the West Coast in Mexico just because it's so much easier for us to get there. So it's, and we love it so much and we know it so well. So we love going back. But it's also beautiful on the other side too. Thank you guys so much for the questions and being here. I'm so far behind. So I'm gonna just have to like go through some of these. I apologize if I don't get to your question. I'm gonna try my best though. Angela is planning a trip to Tuscany for our 40th next year. Congratulations. I've not been to Italy yet, and oh my goodness, it is like coming up fast on my bucket list. It keeps moving up. But I feel like Italy's gonna have to be like 4 trips. Heard Europeans frown upon backpacks and tumblers identifying Americans may charge you more money. Any thoughts? Honestly, I think people like everywhere in the world, people just want to meet friendly travelers and friendly people. And I think if you know, they might have some presumptions about you if you're American, but as soon as you start chatting with them, we find that a lot of people assume we're American just because of like our accent, I guess. And people are a little bit reserved, I guess. But then as soon as you start chatting with people, and especially if you make a little bit of an attempt to speak the language, even if it's just a simple hello or a please in the language, people are way more friendly and way more open, and you'll have no problems at all, for sure. South Asia, yes, would love to. I love that you're doing the group tours, vacations, allowing us the chance to ride along with you. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Chris and I are really, really excited. Ireland has been on our list for so long for both of us, so I'm really excited to go to Ireland for the first time. And Portugal, I fell in love. Chris is coming this time, and you guys are coming this time, so I'm so excited for that. It's going to be great. Dolores, I want to go with just a carry-on on my France trip in June 2026. I'm short, your height, not too much upper strength. Which carry-on to place in the bin do you recommend so I can do it myself and be light? There are a lot to choose from. I would probably lean towards soft-sided. I would probably say, so like I just bought the Antler soft-sided case and the hard-sided case. I briefly talked about those in my Unpacking from Europe video. The soft-sided one is super light. I think it's like 4 pounds. So I would probably say that one. I'll have to, maybe I can get Chris to drop the link in the chat for you guys so I can keep up with all the comments. That one would be my recommendation. And also, everyone's usually happy to help if you need a bit of assistance putting your bag into the overhead bin. Every flight I've been on where someone asks for Chris's help or my help, we're happy to help. Same with other travelers. Yeah, for sure. Are you considering a trip to Mexico City, Keith? Absolutely. I really want to go. We now have direct flights, I think, year round, so that's a big thing. So that really helped make that decision. And everyone says the food is amazing, even better than anywhere in Mexico. So yes, that would be super fun to do. Andy, Dublin, the Guinness Factory tour is worth the time. I'm really hoping we get to do that. It will happen. I'm not hoping. It's definitely going to happen. Yeah. Okay. Todd and Brenda in Saskatoon, Ireland trip. Approximate age group, trip vibe, casual, active, party vibe. Okay, great question. Thank you so much. Sorry that I missed that. Todd and Brenda from Saskatoon. So, I guess like what I'm thinking the age range is going to be for the group trips is going to be basically like anywhere from 40 to late 60s, with definitely perhaps some younger people, maybe a bit older than that, because most of my viewers on YouTube are in the 45 to 65 age range. And I think it's people who are like young at heart and want to have a little bit of adventure, see some cool stuff, but also have some time to just chill and hang out because it is a vacation as well. And, you know, we like to have a couple bevies, a glass of wine, but we also like a reasonable bedtime. So, yeah, it's going to be like, there's going to be scheduled things to do, and we're definitely going to have lots of options, but it's not going to be wake up at 5 a.m. and go until 10 p.m. straight type of thing. And like, yeah, you know, we like to have fun and hang out, but going to bed at a reasonable time and getting our beauty sleep is also important. So I hope that maybe helps answer your question. But yeah, both trips are like adults only. Ireland trip is 21 plus. The Portugal trip is 18 plus. So yeah. I'm so far behind and I super apologize. Henry, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's so cool you guys enjoy Mexico. Do other Latin American countries interest you guys, such as Guatemala, Costa Rica, Cuba, Colombia, or Argentina? Yes to all of the above. Actually, Colombia. So maybe that's my third country for, you know, reasonably priced still. For the original question about like the top 3 countries where you have like a budget type of thing. I would love to go to Colombia and do like the coffee triangle. One of my bucket list trips is to essentially do like a Malbec pilgrimage in Argentina. I would love to do that. Costa Rica is supposed to be amazing. There's so many places, you guys, so many places. So yeah. James, Nova Scotia. Looked at your videos in Nova Scotia. Did you ever visit the Magdalen Islands? No, I have not been there. Yes. Do you have any recommendations for tour operators? Off the top of my head, I don't right now. I apologize. But it's supposed to be incredible over there. Yeah. Everyone's talking about the Belroy Light carry-on. Yeah, so actually, I'm hopefully going to put out a video talking about the Belroy Light, the soft-sided one. Yeah, that one is super light. They sent us that bag to test out. I'll be honest, it's very light and I like it, but it is small. It is small. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that bag and like what the purpose is. It's basically a backpack with wheels without the backpack straps, if I'm being honest. Which is why I haven't put out a video yet, because I'm trying to figure out the best use case. It's super light, which is amazing, but they made it light because it's actually quite small. So stay tuned for that. There are lots of videos on YouTube out because when they launched their bags, they also had a hard side roller bag as well, which is also pretty light. And there's a bunch of YouTubers who made a bunch of videos. So if you do want to see that included in a video, let me know and I'll make more of an effort to test it out and show you guys some of the features and what I really think of it. So yeah. Thank you for that comment. Sorry, I heard Chris walking. I wasn't sure if he was going to come join. Lynn, do you ever do cruises? I've never been on one. I just think there hasn't really been like an opportunity to go on one. Part of it perhaps is because I live in a landlocked part of the country. So we have to travel so far just to get to a port. I would like to maybe try one. I'll be honest. It would have to be something special, like maybe an Alaskan cruise. That being said, on our Europe trip that we did in June, we did kind of like a Danube River route where a lot of the river cruises go. And we stayed in a little town called Dürnstein in Austria. And a lot of the river cruises either like cruise by or they stop for a day. And so since we were there for a couple of days, we saw quite a few of them. And it looks really nice. So I would love to do a river cruise for sure. Yes. If you guys want cruise content, let us know. Hawaii. Yes. Mick, watching from Hawaii. I'm so jealous. I think we're going to try and do Hawaii this winter. I think that's definitely going to happen. Let me know what island we should visit because I know we're going to go back multiple times because everybody loves Hawaii so much. So I don't want to hit them all on the first trip because I know we're going to go back. So if you guys kind of know our travel vibe and know what we like to do, I would be very curious what island you think we should visit first. Andy, +1 on the Ys. Yes, I've used in USA, UK, and Mexico. I recommend everyone who travels internationally to get one. Yes, I totally agree. We use it all the time. It works so well. We used it in June because we went to 3 different countries with 3 different currencies. And I can't believe how easy it is. So yeah, definitely another vote for Ys. It works out so well. Patty says you'd like Kauai. Awesome. Yes, that's kind of the Jurassic Park vibes, right? And we're talking original Jurassic Park, not what just came out. Leanna says, I just ordered the Bag Smart Blast 40 liter. Nice. Is that the backpack? I noticed they just came out with the backpack with the wheels. I hit them up because I was like, that looks really cool. I really want one to test out. So they might be sending me one because it actually looks really good. Dawn, my favorite backpack is the Bellroy Apex. Okay, I will make a note of that and check that out because I do get a lot of questions about backpack recommendations. So if you guys want more backpack content, let me know because I have to say this. I was going to make a video. I might still make it. I'm not usually a backpack person solely because I usually carry with always at least one roller carry-on bag with wheels. And then on top of that can sit my personal item. I'm going to talk more about this in another video. But everyone says, bring a backpack to Europe. I don't know. We had our away bags, like our personal item bags, which are not backpacks. You've seen them on the channel before. They just sit on top of the roller bags. We took them on trains, in the airport, in Ubers, across the cobblestone streets. Like, I didn't need a backpack. I don't know. I would love your guys' thoughts and comments on that. They're easy to have. They're easy to carry. I get it. But if I need to reach for something quickly, like my water bottle, my wallet, my phone, maybe a sweater or something, I like having like a personal item bag that sits on top of my roller bag, like right here. And I can just unzip, grab whatever I need, zip it back up, we're good. With the backpack, I'm taking it off, putting it back on. It's a personal preference thing. Yeah. Anyway. Bellroy no longer makes it. Okay, no worries. We'll find another one then. Chris Tall's, yes, he likes backpacks. Chris packs so light, you guys. And very organized. If you saw our last video, our unpacking video, if you haven't watched it, I would definitely recommend and watch it. It is long, but that was a very like true testament to what we are like in real life. And I unpacked my bag and it was, it looked very unorganized compared to him. I promise it was organized in my own way, but he unpacked his and everything was like perfectly folded. And yeah, he packs so light. I have a lot to learn from Chris, you guys. I think backpack screams tourist. I like this comment. Interesting comment. I like it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a backpack girl, I guess, you know? I don't know what I would have done without my backpack. It fit on my monos perfectly. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, just do what works for you, and that's like the best setup. Something that works for me might not work for you. Something that works for you might not work for me, and I don't know. It's just everybody travels differently. Everybody packs different things. Everybody has to access different things at different times. So sometimes it's really hard for like a, you know, one bag fits all type of setup. So yeah. Anders stopped watching the hockey guy to tune in. Thank you. I appreciate it. You'll notice I didn't stream during playoffs because that was very important. So anyway, love to see a hockey fan in here. I'm from the Philippines, but now live in Hawaii. Nice. Right on. Jamie, have you visited Poland before? If so, which cities did you spend the most time in? I have not visited Poland. However, we were very close to Poland on this trip. We were close to going, actually, and we didn't, but we did a lot of research, and it sounds really amazing. So one day for sure. Donna, I just got an Osprey Fairview 40 liter. Nice. Right on. I mean, that's a great brand for sure. Chris, if she let me, I would only take what I can fit in my pockets. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Somehow he takes less and less every trip that we go on. Chris ends up packing, I swear, a little bit less, which is good because that's what we're both trying to do is we take notes from each trip and talk about what worked and what didn't, what we used and what we didn't need. And he does a really good job at bringing less every trip. So one day it'll just be his phone, probably. Patty, I loved your unpacking video. Thank you so much. That was a fun one, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And I really appreciate the response from everyone who watched it and who commented. I was honestly, I was a little hesitant about posting it because it was unscripted and a little raw and kind of behind the scenes. And you might not be surprised to know that I'm a bit of a like type A personality and I like to have everything planned out and perfect. So yeah, I was a little bit worried about how that would go. So I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it and I appreciate all the comments on it. Rhonda, I appreciate your luggage and packing video or packing vlogs. Thank you. I'm curious if your husband has to pack less because his clothes are bigger than yours. Let's see. Did Chris respond? Okay. So Chris is 6'9". That means that there are not many clothing options for him to choose from. You know, like can't buy stuff off the rack type of thing. So he has basically like what we call a uniform, which I'm actually trying to implement, like essentially a like everyday living / travel uniform where you just find like a couple good shirts that you like wearing that kind of go with everything. And then a couple good bottoms, whether that's shorts or pants or jeans. And so he definitely packs less because he's kind of limited with options. I think most of us want to make cute outfits and stuff like that. I'm not the most fashionable person, you guys know that. But there's always that little bit of thinking like, yeah, what about this outfit? What about that? Whereas he's kind of like, because he's limited to like what he can wear, like he's just nailed it down to a science of like, you know, however many shirts, however many bottoms, and just goes with that no matter what. And I think that's allowed some freedom to like pack less and just do laundry on the road, and it like works really well. So I'm trying to develop that like uniform. And that's kind of where like the 3x3x3 packing method comes in. That's definitely getting there for sure. So yeah, he does pack less because he's going to come in and explain.
She's giving me way too much credit. I do this because I'm lazy. I own 12 shirts in 2 different colors. They're all the same. 4 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of pants, and I just interchange around them and dress up and dress down with shoes and watches. That's it. I'm lazy. I don't wear the same thing every day. I've got 12 of the same shirt, and anyway.
Yeah. You know, being lazy has its perks, for sure. Anyway, sorry if I'm not reading all the comments. Thank you guys for bearing with me here. This is like my first time doing this, and I'm really excited to have you all here, and I want to like respond to everybody. So sorry if I don't get to every single comment. Donna says, how many countries have you visited? I don't know. I could tally it up later. I'm not really the counting countries type. I don't really subscribe to that, I guess. I like going places and enjoying, and it's not really about like counting, but I will get back to you on that. So Chris, can you please make a note for me to do that later, and I will post that because I'm curious about that too now, actually. Alexandria, I thought it was so funny that he said he was just going to bring 2 of everything on the next long trip. I need to see a review after that trip. Honestly, I kind of want to do the same thing. I kind of want to challenge myself. So just for context, we went to Central Europe, or we went on a trip and it was 20 days. Most of that was Central Europe, but then on the way home, we made a stop in Quebec City because we were attending a conference. So we were gone for a total of 20 days. I think with travel, it was like 22 days. So essentially 3 weeks in a carry-on. And so we ended up staying in, I think it was 6 different hotels over the 20 days. And we ended up doing quite a bit of laundry. And I talked about it briefly in my video. And I got a lot of questions about how do you dry your clothes? So there's definitely a bit of planning when it comes to doing like sink laundry in your hotel room or Airbnb. None of the hotels that we ended up booking ended up having a washer. So that kind of sucked, but I knew that going into it ahead of time. So I knew we were going to do sink laundry. So essentially we planned it out so that like after 4 days, we would have to commit to doing some laundry. And so we made sure that that aligned with a place that we were staying for at least 2 nights, ideally 3, because on this trip we would end up staying in hotels for either 3 nights and then 2 nights and then 1 night and then 3 nights and then 4 nights type of thing. So we just have to kind of plan it out and make sure that you have time to allow things to dry. And I should have taken pictures or videos because I didn't realize there would be so many questions, but we just hung things randomly around the hotel room, ideally like in front of the air conditioner flow so that it would get a little more air on it. So I really wish I took some pictures because we had things hanging everywhere. But it's honestly, it's once you do it a couple times, it's totally not a big deal at all, for sure. So yeah. Suzanne, I'm going on a cruise to the Mediterranean. I can't decide what suitcase to bring. Do you have the Nomad Lane backpack? I was thinking about getting it. I already have the bento bag. Help. So I don't have the backpack, I think just because it's a little bit too small. There's another YouTuber, you guys, if you've watched cruise content, you know who she is. Life Well Cruised, I think is the channel. She uses the bento bag a lot on her cruises. So honestly, like that plus a small carry-on. I'm not sure how long your cruise is, but if you want to do carry-on. You said suitcase. I always assume carry-on. And again, nope. You don't have to do carry-on if you don't want to. We just like doing it, and I know that it's kind of difficult to squeeze everything in, so I always want to offer it as like an option for people and to help out with, and that's why we like to share our tips and stuff. How do you manage the Paris metro without a backpack and a carry-on? The shoulder bag would be my undoing. So yeah, I guess maybe just because like our roller carry-ons are quite compact. I always keep my bag sitting on top of the roller bag. And that's just because then I can like keep it with me, and you know, it also kind of helps with like security, I guess, so that you have it in front of you. I never really have my personal item on my shoulder. So yeah, I have it sitting on top of the roller bag. Andy, I like this. The funniest bit of the unpacking video was that everyone on the internet are creeps. Yeah. There's a lot of weirdos out there, so I don't like showing the undergarments, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Sorry. Chris, you're around 12. I think it's definitely more than that. Yeah. You're doing great. Thank you guys. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate it. Summer, I have a Sea to Summit brand mini clothesline I use for sink laundry when traveling. I think I'm definitely gonna do the clothesline thing. Thank you for reminding me about that. I've seen a lot of comments about the Sea to Summit one. So I think that's definitely gonna be getting packed next time for sure. We're into counting the countries, but I lost count around 40. We've been on 6 continents, only have Antarctica to go. Nice. Any plans to go? Yes, thank you, Patty. Yeah, lots of great cruise content. You guys already know who she is. So yeah. What's your favorite carry-on luggage for international? So this is a hard one to answer because basically every trip we go on, we try to test out like a new carry-on. But right now I would probably say like for hard shell, the Monos, technically it's pronounced Monos. They told me it's Monos. For some reason in my brain, I just like to say Monos, so I'm just going to keep saying it like that. I really like it. Most of the airlines we fly on, though, don't really have a weight limit. I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody's so concerned about weight limits and stuff. We don't fly like the budget no frills airlines, so it never really applies. So we usually don't worry about that. Because that is a heavy suitcase for being carry-on. It's like 7 or 8 pounds, I think. However, I've brought that on like my 2 most recent Europe trips, and it was totally fine. So I really like that one. It's one of my favorites as far as being like, it's not too deep, and they really utilize the interior space. Like somehow I always am able to fit the most in there. I really like Travel Pro because they're very reasonably priced and they're pretty light, and they have multiple different sizes for international size as well. But I'm really impressed with the Antler bags. They're not cheap. I spent a lot of money on them because I've been looking for like the lighter carry-ons because I know there are those weight restrictions, or it's just like, you know, you as a traveler needing to lift them and stuff like that. And so I bought the hard side Antler and the soft side Antler, and I'm really impressed with those. So honestly, I'm looking forward to testing those out a lot more as well. Yeah. What is Chris's go-to backpack? Yeah, good question. I'll let Chris answer that one. Oh, he's coming back in to answer. Yay! Antarctica is far away, yes. It is. It's hard to get there, yes.
This isn't super specific, but like I like backpacks like this that are basically like a kid's school bag. They're dirt cheap. I think this was like $30 on Amazon, and they're like, I'm kind of crazy. So like I love bags, and like I'll go through a ton and like return them, and I hate them all, and I'm so picky. It's weird. Don't worry about it. But I like these cheap ones. This is a,
I think that's
what is this? I don't know, Keo Fid, some Amazon, I'm not even in the screen. Some like Amazon cheapo thing, but it's like, I've had like the super nice, fancy, expensive ones, and I find like they're overly padded, so then you lose a lot of space, right? And like I need something that fits like camera gear, potentially a laptop, and then just all my quick stuff to grab, like passport and wallet and cell phone and stuff like that. And it's like these cheap ones, like they work great. They're fine. They're fine. And it's like I've got my camera, like the bag in a bag. If you saw the other video, really like doing that. So your mileage may vary, but you don't need to spend a lot to get a decent backpack. Like this is just like kids cheap, $30 Amazon kids like knapsack type of thing. I love it. Okay, bye. Love you.
He'll be back soon to answer more questions, but I think. Okay, so I think I definitely need to do some more like both of us together need to do some more content about backpack things. I will say the Tortuga makes a clamshell light backpack. It's like 40 liters, and I haven't traveled with it, but I've like packed it and tried it on, and there is a lot of space, and I actually really liked that one. And then the like El Cheapo Tay-Gear Amazon backpack that is also like clamshell. That one's really good too. So Chris, please make a note of like backpack questions and comments, because I want to do a bit of a deeper dive into this for sure. And I also want to know like what specific things you guys are maybe packing in your backpacks or your personal item bags or your carry-ons, like specific things that you need to bring, because I really need to, or I really want to, make sure I can, I guess, like help you guys kind of think about features to look for and stuff like that. So, Dawn, you love your Travel Pros. Yes, Travel Pros are great. Thinking about trying an Antler. Yeah, I'm really impressed with them so far. They're a UK brand, I believe. They're not cheap, unfortunately. But besides Travel Pro, I feel like in the luggage space, you really do get what you pay for, unfortunately. And I feel like Travel Pro is kind of the only brand that I'm finding in the like $150, $180 range that actually does hold up. I've ordered a few other like random ones, and I've just returned them because they're not going to hold up for sure. Jasmine, have you tried July luggage? Not yet, and I haven't because up until recently, they did not ship to Canada. And I only recently found out like 2 weeks ago, someone messaged me on Instagram that they do now ship to Canada. So I'm like chomping at the bit. I gotta like order some stuff. So if you have specific things that you want to, that you want me to test out, they have like the ultra light carry-on. It's a hard shell carry-on. I'm definitely gonna get that. But I'm gonna fill my cart because I'm excited that they do now ship to Canada. So definitely soon. Yes. Hello, Tabs. Welcome in. Good to see you. You made it. Thank you. I love seeing you. I love seeing you both. Thanks, Donna. I need to get Chris in more videos. I think he's a natural. He's so great on camera. Rob, can you please do a review of the Mixie shoulder bag? Okay, thank you for that recommendation. We will definitely look into that. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to get through the questions. Henry, thank you so much. Appreciate the dono. In all of your epic travels around the world, have you and Chris ever stayed in a haunted place? If not, any place in the world where you guys feel kind of unsafe? Would love to hear. Gracias. That is a very interesting question. I will say that both of us, we are kind of chickens. We don't really watch scary movies. I would say even Chris more so. He's even more scared. But yeah, Williams, Arizona for sure. Yeah, he's kind of a wimp when it comes to scary movies and like ghosts and things. It's actually pretty cute. But yeah, we did a little section of Route 66 on our Arizona road trip, which was like so awesome. I've been wanting to do that for so long. Just a little section of it, but like very cool. And yeah, we stayed in a hotel in Williams, Arizona. It was built in the 1800s. Definitely haunted vibes. Actually, the other place was in Jerome, Arizona on the same trip. That was, so the hotel we stayed at, I think it was called the Grand Jerome Hotel. It's a former hospital, and the third floor was like an asylum back in the day. So there's definitely some stories there, and I think they actually do some haunted tours. We did not take that tour because we were way too chicken. But very cool places. So I'm really excited to get the Arizona vlog out because we saw some cool stuff. So yeah, great question. Thank you so much, Henry. Laura, I have to pack all my medication, medical supplies, CPAP, and insulin. It has to be kept cold, and a spare set of clothes and food. Okay, thank you so much for that. I have like a running list of, I'm making a video trying to essentially go over like every packing scenario in a carry-on. Sorry, my screen just went blank for a second. Hopefully we're still good. But yeah, I'm trying to make like it's probably going to be a very long and in-depth carry-on packing video. But I'm making notes of all the potential different scenarios that different travelers might have. So thank you so much for that comment. We will make a note of that. And, I don't have a CPAP, but I'll do some research and ask around how other people do it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get to some questions. Mar, what are your thoughts on the Travel Pro underseat bag? Chris has a couple of them. Maybe he will come and answer. He's got one with wheels and one without, and those are his favorite bags. And he travels with those all the time. So I would definitely say they're good, and I think he's going to grab them right now. Which is best, soft or hard shell? Any issues with bed bugs with soft shell? So, knock on wood. I haven't had any issues with bed bugs with soft-sided. We do usually do a bit of a check.
Do you want to talk about underseat bags?
Yeah, just a sec.
Okay.
I think it really depends on, I like soft side because they are a bit more forgiving as far as like packing in a little bit more, and they're usually a little bit quieter, or not quieter. Sorry. I'm hearing audio. Sorry.
From my headphones.
Oh, okay. Sorry. They're usually a little bit lighter is what I meant to say. But hard shell, they're definitely more like weather resistant. Like if it's going to be raining and you're going to be outside and stuff. It also keeps you like contained because you can't really pack any extra in there. So it kind of depends. But I might do a video on that actually. Travel Pro. Sorry, he's like over here trying to get in.
These are I'm going to show you my favorite underseat bags. These are these are part of the Travel Pro Crew Classic lineup. This is the underseat roller. They call it underseat.
You have to get down.
Get down on it. Okay, so they call it underseat, right? This will, so like underseat, like any of your American, like your mainstream American carriers, their underseat dimensions for personal items are 18, 14, 8.
I don't know offhand. Anyway,
look up Spirit's carry-on. That's weird. Interesting. All right. Technical difficulties. Yeah. So like this will fit the like Delta, Spirit, like the non-discount airlines. This will fit the personal item requirements for underseat bags. That said, if you're on an airline that has the what is it, like the flotation device, the life vest in the clear pack underneath, like bolted underneath the seat, this will not fit. So, like I wouldn't rely on the marketing from these bags that say they're under seat, because it really depends on the airline. Mm-hmm. That said, like, we've been in 737s where this doesn't fit, and we've been in CRJ 700s where you can fit a full-size roller carry-on underneath the seat. For some reason, they have more space under there. But if you just want a soft one, there's also this one too. Very similar interior dimensions. I actually pair these together. It's my favorite combination for compact carry-on and personal items. So I use this one. I throw this one on top of it.
Yeah, but you like the away bag now better.
No, the Monos.
I
like the Monos and the...
no, for the personal.
Yeah, no, the Monos and the away combination. That's really good too. But yeah, underseat. I really wouldn't call this underseat, to be honest. But it is good. I like it. Okay, bye.
Okay, so I feel like that doesn't totally answer the question, but the problem is that there are so many bags out there and everybody has different needs, and so we're trying to test out... Oh! We might be frozen.
See if it clicks over.
Okay, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Okay, we are back. Apologize. Sorry, guys. I don't know where I was. I don't know what I was like. I was talking about, but yeah, technical difficulties. I think we're good. I saw a question. Any more Vegas videos soon? I would like to. We don't currently have any trips planned. However, this reminds me, I have to give a big shout out to JJ from Jaycation. If you watch Vegas videos, you definitely know who he is. He's so awesome. We recently met him in Quebec City, and he was kind of the inspiration for me to do this live, because he live streams all the time and he's so good at it. And I was in Quebec City because it was a travel conference, and he actually put together an amazing presentation about live streaming on YouTube. And so that was kind of the final push that I needed. Anyway, it turns out I think he's back in Vegas today because the Backstreet Boys just started their residency for the summer. They're doing shows at the Sphere, which is incredible. And so I was kind of thinking like, I've never seen the Backstreet Boys, and I'm a 90s child, 90s, early 2000s. And I think that would be like the most awesome first show to see at the Sphere. So we might be there this summer. We'll see. It's very hot though right now. So anyway, perhaps coming soon. Vegas is, it's very expensive though. And honestly, the last few times we've been there, it just keeps getting more and more expensive, or you get less and less. Love it. I still love it. We love Fremont the most. Like love Fremont so much. So I think most trips going forward will be like mostly hanging out on Fremont Street for sure. Almost retired abroad. Which carry-on do you recommend for the Portugal group trip? So yeah, I haven't decided yet which bag that I will be bringing. But currently, like, the bags in the running would be the Monos for sure. They're the Monos Travel Pro, one of my Antler carry-ons. Yeah, probably one of those four. Unless sometime between now and then something better pops up. But that's going to be an interesting one because we're going to be in Ireland first. So if you don't know already, we're doing 2 group trips next year in April 2026. We're going to Ireland for 8 days starting April 13th. So the Ireland group trip is from April 13th to 20th. We still have some spots available for that. If you want to come to Ireland with Chris and I, it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. So we're doing that for 8 days. And then we have about 6 days before we're doing our Portugal group trip. And that is from April 26th to May 4th. Another 8 days. So we're not going home in between. We're going to go somewhere else in Europe. I haven't decided where. Or maybe just stay in Ireland for a bit and then arrive earlier in Portugal to start. And then we might go somewhere else after that. We're ending in Lisbon, and I haven't decided where to go after. So if you guys have any recommendations of where to go, definitely let me know where you'd like to see us visit. I'm kind of thinking the Azores maybe, or Spain. But essentially, just to get to the point here, we're probably going to be gone for about a month, and so we'll just be doing carry-on as well. So right now, I would say one of those 4 bags would be my choice for sure. AJN, I was team NSYNC. I was definitely a BSB girl for sure. Henry, have you guys ever tried food from El Salvador, such as... I've heard people say that in videos. I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, so I'm just going to continue on. They're a traditional Salvadorian dish consisting of thick handmade corn or rice tortillas that are filled with savory ingredients. I don't think we've tried those. Sounds amazing, and I would love to try them. Absolutely. Absolutely. It sounds incredible. I'm always down for anything that you put in tortillas or dough. And thank you so much for the donation. Super appreciate it, Henry. Chris, can you show us the Away Minis combo, or the Away Monos combo? Oh, yes. Thank you so much for posting that. Yeah, we, on this trip, Chris took the Monos in the Away bag. This was our Europe trip I'm talking about. And it's in that video that he just posted. And it's a long video, so yeah, if you go to like the second half of it, that's where Chris showed his setup. It's a pretty good setup, and he did black and black, so it looks really, really good. Do you find the Nomad Lane bento bag a little heavy? Beauty by Nima, thank you for the question. I will say no, because I always use it to, I always travel with it with a roller carry-on. So I never really travel with it just on its own. It's always as part of a carry-on setup because it's the personal bag size. So when I'm traveling with it, rolling through the airport or wherever, like through the hotel and stuff, it's always sitting on top of a roller carry-on bag. So I never really like lift it. So when it is fully packed, like it definitely is heavy, but I'm never usually carrying it on my shoulder or anything. So yeah, that's what I always recommend is like, it's a good bag to supplement on top of a roller carry-on. And if you have a roller carry-on, you're putting that in the overhead bin on the airplane, and then the Nomad Lane bento bag is like going under the seat, so there's not a whole lot of lifting there. But if it's fully packed, yeah, it's definitely going to be a heavy bag just because it can hold a lot of stuff. And yeah, anyone who's joined in the last few minutes, welcome in. So great to have you guys. This is my very first live stream. I think it's going okay. Couple technical difficulties, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. Getting ready to purchase the Nomad, so good info. Awesome. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, it's not cheap, but honestly, like it is, like you really, like it's really high quality. I've never seen another bag like it. I don't know if there are cheaper like dupes. If there are, it's like they're gonna last a couple of trips and that's it. Like this is like high quality. I love all the pockets, the organization, the dividers. Like it's really good. It's a really good bag, and the colors are super cute too. Paul says Iceland. So I was asking about recommendations of where to visit after. I really like that idea. Because our trip will be ending like early May, so that could be an option for sure. Summer Ann says Madrid, lots of good beer places too. You know me very well. Thank you. And you loved Ireland. You've been twice. My favorite was Galway. So beautiful and quaint and by the water. Thank you for that recommendation. We'll definitely see if we can get there. Awesome. Where do you put the bento bag when you're going up or downstairs? Okay, so I see what you guys are saying. So how do I explain this? When we're going through airports or train stations, what I do is, and I'm only 5'1" on a good day. Like I'm not a very tall person. I just like lock. So if I have my roller carry-on bag, I either, depending on which bag it is, I'll like put the telescopic handle down, lock it, or just grab the flat handle on top, and I wrap my arm around like the personal item bag. So that could be the bento bag, that could be the away bag, whichever bag it is. And honestly, it's like I'm just holding it. I'm carrying it. It could be why I go to the gym, because that definitely helps. So I guess like if you're not strong enough to do that, what I would probably do is like stop before you go up or down stairs, rotate the carry-on bag so that it's like horizontal, hold that in one hand and then hold that in the other. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense. Partly because I'm lazy as well. I guess this is another perk to being lazy. I don't feel like and honestly, it's like we're trying to make a connection, or it's like we just want to get to our hotel room and drop our bags so we can go find a patio or something like that. It's like I'm just like getting up or down the stairs as fast as possible. I don't really stop to like take bags off and then like put it on my shoulder or whatever. I just like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe Chris can, yeah. There we go. Okay. He explained a little better. Oh, Bonnie, do you think the vacuum room saver luggages are worth it? So, I've actually had a couple questions or some messages in the last little while about like, not necessarily the vacuum like luggage, but about the vacuum packing bags. I used those in 2015 on my backpacking trip in Southeast Asia. They were awesome. I used, I think, 4 different bags, and I kind of separated different kind of clothing, swimsuits or dresses or, hiking type clothing or sightseeing type clothing. And honestly, I loved them because I had your classic backpacker backpack, and those vacuum packed bags were great because I just put everything in, sucked the air out, and then what I did was actually roll them, and then I slid them into my backpack, kind of like poster style, I guess. And that allowed me to bring home a lot of souvenirs. It worked out really good. But I was also a lot younger and maybe had a bit more energy and could carry a heavy backpack on me. Those days are kind of over now, and I'm more in the mindset of, because the vacuum bags allow you to pack more things, but they don't actually teach you how to just pack less in general. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do now more, is think about how can I pack less without feeling like I'm packing less. So being more strategic about what I'm packing and packing things that are multi-purpose and stuff like that. Because you still don't want to pack your bag full of stuff and not think about actually paring it down and being strategic about it. So they do work, but if you want to truly pack less, which is way more freeing, then I don't totally love the vacuum idea. The compression cubes are a little different. I love those because you can still only get a certain amount in there. And they definitely do save space. So I definitely love bringing those for sure. Just got the Monos carry-on, but due to the 10 kilogram, even 8 kilogram restriction, and yeah, we have to check it anyway. So thinking of the check-in medium for Monos instead. Yeah, I mean, and it's that's what's hard, is if you are encountering the super strict weight limits, it definitely sucks. So if you got to check it anyways, yeah. I will say though, bringing less stuff is more freeing. Whether you have to check it or carry on, it's just, there's something liberating about it, definitely. Yeah. Sandra, hello, welcome in. Any plans to allow people with kids on these group trips? We have a 2-year-old and would love to do this. Thank you for the question. Honestly, it's kind of because we have a lot of fun, I guess in Ireland, there's some really fun pubs that we're going to be visiting. And in Portugal, there's some really great, wineries and stuff like that. And that's just kind of we definitely like to have some fun drinks and hang out on our trips. And we wanted to make these trips more our travel style. And so they are going to be adults only. We also don't have kids, so I wouldn't even know where to start with what would be fun for families to do, just because we don't travel with kids. And I wouldn't want to make any assumptions or anything like that. But I will say that the vlog that I did about Portugal, you could definitely do that as a family. If you wanted to follow the same itinerary and do most of the things that we did, you could definitely kind of follow the same type of schedule that we did, for sure. Yeah. And then Ireland, we'll be putting out vlogs of the trips too. So definitely maybe follow those itineraries later on, for sure. I have a bad back, so I'm looking for an underseater with wheels. Which would you recommend? I fly a lot with Air Canada. Do you fly on any of the regional planes, like the CRJs? Because there's a lot of space under those, and the Travel Pro with the wheels that Chris was showing, that would definitely fit under those planes for sure. Because we brought it on multiple of the CRJs, definitely. Oh, okay. And Karen, thank you. It makes sense, but being 1 inch shorter, 5 feet, my arms aren't long enough. I mean, I'm closer to 5.5. I like to say I'm 5'1" on a good day. But I feel you for sure. So yeah, in that case, yeah, I mean, definitely just take the extra time to kind of like unload and carry one in each arm, I guess, for sure. That's my problem. I'm a great packer, pack up my packing cubes, and then I'm overweight. I know, it's hard for sure. I'm thinking of also doing a video of maybe like different scenarios or different types of trips of like the 3x3x3 packing method. On this last trip that I did the 5-4-3-2-1 method, which works pretty good. But I think I'm still a fan of the 3x3x3. Of course, it's hard when you have like different types of events or things that you're doing on the trip, but in general, I think that's definitely my favorite packing system. So I'm thinking of trying to put together a video that would include like different scenarios, different destinations with the 3x3, and then like showing you the clothes and modeling the different outfits, that type of thing, because those are always like popular videos. They're a lot of work though to like think of different scenarios and stuff. So I always appreciate like comments on videos if you guys have ideas for what you'd like to see, or if you're like struggling with anything. I always want to make sure the videos are as useful as possible, and sometimes I can't think of all the different scenarios out there, so please don't be afraid to ever like comment or send me a message on Instagram or anything like that of like specific ideas or situations you're trying to work on figuring out, for sure, because that helps me put together ideas for videos. Harley Girl, thank you for the question. On the Ireland trip, is the cost $2,400 for a couple or for one person? So that's per person. And then if you want the additional castle stay, like the VIP package, it's an extra $399, I believe. And that includes your castle stay, drinks with all your meals, like, and a few other perks I can't totally remember right now. But yeah, so the $2,400 is per person, but that's like everything else is included, like the transportation, the hotels, all the meals, basically. I think there's only a couple of meals where we're on our own. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. I take I take 6 weekend trips, 2 to 3 days at a time a year using a backpack only. Any tips? I also go solo and still can't get over the feeling of being judged when walking or eating for being alone. Oh, okay. So yeah, honestly, it's like nobody's paying attention to you. I think the thing that I'm learning as I get older is like nobody cares about anyone. They only care about themselves. So like nobody's paying attention to you. Don't worry about it at all. We were in multiple cities, like hanging out on patios, on like sidewalk bistros. There's tons of people hanging out by themselves. Not a problem. It's super normal. And that's why I like the idea of the group trips, because I know not everyone has people to travel with. And so that's why we also wanted to put the group trips out there, because kind of, sometimes you just want to be with like people. And I think that the types of people that watch like our videos and like our travel style, it's like I watch other people's videos and I'm like, I could totally be friends with them. And so that's why we wanted to put the group trips together as well. I know the dates won't work for everyone, but, or even just joining another group trip. It doesn't totally have to be ours. People just want to have fun and enjoy. And, I know that not everyone has travel buddies to go with them at any moment. So, yeah, if we can be available for you guys, that would make us super happy if you joined. if everything goes great, are you wanting to do this again in the future? Are you talking about like a live stream or the group trips? Because yes to both. I think I definitely want to do more live streams, especially when we're traveling, because I know a lot of people have questions about like what it's like right now. Like if we're in Vegas, you know, what's the strip like, or what are prices like right now, or what's the weather like? When we go to Mexico, I'm envisioning us kind of streaming from, you know, like our hotel balcony with palm trees in the back. I was going to say from the beach, but it might be a little loud. We'll have to get some good mics for that for sure. But yeah, and then more live streams. I might make them a little more specific, like to specific topics or something like that. But for this one, we're just kind of celebrating almost at 200,000 subscribers, celebrating the group trips. I wanted to be available to answer any questions about that, and also just try this out because we've never done it before. So, and I think it's going okay. So definitely going to do this again for sure. I was just in Ireland. Loved my trip. I'm so excited to hear that. Everyone says such amazing things about it, so I'm really excited. I went on the bus tours, Giant's Causeway, Belfast, and the Titanic Museum, Blarney Castle. I definitely overpacked. No worries there. It happens. We've all been there. We're all getting better every trip. I'm so glad you loved Ireland. It's going to be a great time. Thank you so much for joining, Summer Ann, and thank you for all the questions. Have an amazing dinner. It's probably almost that time for us as well. How many more spots are available for Ireland? We're over a third sold, so I'm not sure how many. I can't quite get into my dashboard right now, but we definitely got some bookings today. So everyone who's coming, if you're on the live stream right now, super excited. And thank you for everyone who booked the Portugal trip. We have a lot of bookings already, so I'm super stoked. So if anyone's in here that's coming, super excited to have you guys on board. I'll be doing updates like every few days, or once we have limited spots available for both trips, so definitely stay tuned. So yeah, thank you for the question. Will the meals have any options for gluten-free options? Definitely yes. So I know there's options for both, because in the Ireland trip and then the Portugal trip, I had to go in as like a participant and like select any allergies or dietary restrictions. So yeah, there's definitely options for that for sure. Let's see. Where is the best place to get married abroad? That's a great question. I don't know the answer. Maybe Vegas, I guess. Super easy to get married there. I get a lot of people saying, wow, you're so brave traveling alone. I'm glad I did. I did what I wanted and when I wanted to do it. That is a huge perk. When you're traveling with other people, even if it's just a friend, a spouse, it's like you definitely have to do what they want to do for sure. So there's definitely some freedom there traveling alone. It's definitely a good thing. Thank you so much, Henry. Appreciate all the donos and great questions. It was so great to have you here. Do you intend to do group trips for different destinations every year from now on? Thank you for the question. So we haven't done them yet, but I know they're going to be amazing, and I'm getting a lot of questions about planning more. So I think absolutely. Chris and I are going to Japan this October, and there was a lot of interest in a Japan group trip because Japan is, I think it can be very like overwhelming. We're right in the middle of planning it right now ourselves. We have our dates and that's about it. So there's been a lot of interest for Japan. So, I mean, if there's a lot of interest from you guys, I would love to do a Japan group trip. But that's going to be more expensive and you have to go for a little longer just because for a lot of people it's further away. and you're not going for just 8 days usually. There's been a lot of interest in Greece and Croatia, so those could be on the radar. We're probably going to go back to Ireland just because there's been a lot of interest in the trip, but the dates don't necessarily work for everyone. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to do more group trips in the future. Right now, they're only about 9 months away, and so perhaps we might give people a little more heads up, maybe like a year in advance, I think. Because a lot of people already have things booked in April, which is good. I'm glad you guys are out there traveling. So definitely we'll try and maybe give people a little more heads up for travel plans. Tamara, thank you so much. I appreciate all the love for sure. Sonia, thank you so much. Happy to have you here, part of the Ali Smalls community. Everyone here kind of drives my content, like all the comments you guys leave and what you guys watch and what you guys like. I try to keep tabs on what interests you the most, because I want to provide helpful and good information. So every comment you guys leave, I read them and help use that to help create more stuff and improve. So thank you so much for being part of the community for sure. Jess, sorry. Welcome in. We started a bit later than anticipated because there were a couple hiccups. I don't totally know how the notifications work on YouTube, to be honest. So I think we've been live for a little over an hour, but I'll make sure this is viewable after we end. So if anyone wants to go back and watch it, and I know there were people who couldn't make it today. So, and we'll be doing more of these, I think, for sure. Japan, yes, yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited for Japan coming up. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And also, if anyone has Japan recommendations, we have our flights booked in and out of Tokyo. We're going to go all over. But I'm definitely taking recommendations. We're right in the middle of our travel planning. Stacy, thank you so much for the donation. I super appreciate that. Just found your channel. It's awesome. Well, thank you. I want to go to Puerto Rico next year when I turn 50, the big 50, right on. But don't know where to stay. Would love to see the ocean from our balcony. Ooh, okay. I haven't been to Puerto Rico. I wish I had recommendations like off the top of my head. But Chris, perhaps if you could make a note about some Puerto Rico spots. I'm glad you brought this up, because one of my favorite things to do is, like, sometimes when I'm bored, I just look for like fun, cool hotels in random places. I love reading reviews and like looking at pictures and then finding it on Google Maps and Google Earth to see what it's actually like. I love doing that. Like, just when I'm bored and stuff. So I'll add that to the list for sure. And that's a fun birthday. I love that you're doing that. Sonia, going to PV next week. Awesome. Lots of people here went to PV, found your channel, and booked with Antonio based on one of your videos. Yay, that's awesome. Tell him, or his tour guide, whoever you end up getting, tell him you found him through Ali Smalls and he'll take good care of you. Love Antonio. He runs amazing tours in Puerto Vallarta, the Puerto Vallarta area. I hope he makes like way more tours. He's got 4 or 5 now, I think. We originally took a hot springs tour with him, and that's still one of my absolute favorite like travel days of all time. I want to do it again. It was awesome. I would do it every time we go there, if we had the time to do it. So I'm so happy you're doing one of the tours. We did another tour with him to Sayulita and hung out on this like beach and had this amazing lunch. You're gonna have a fantastic time. I'm really excited for you. We have some family that just went down to PV yesterday, I think, actually. So I wanted to go, but we just couldn't quite get the schedule lined up. But have fun. Have fun. The cleaning teacher. Hi from Nashville. Hello. I loved Nashville. I cannot wait to go back. Liana, you were in Japan in February and you loved it. I'm so excited to hear that. Shay, you went to Japan for a month and loved every bit of it. Can't wait to go back. Oh, love to hear it. Love to hear it. You did Japan in March and April. Unforgettable. Awesome. ChatGPT did the entire trip. Flawless itinerary. Okay. You might have to send me the prompts. I've been doing all the research, watching all the videos from other YouTubers. So it's getting to the point where I now have to like make some decisions on what needs to be cut out because there's a lot going on. Patty, have you done a video for first-time travelers abroad? I do have I started a bit of a series in quotation marks, because I haven't updated it for a while, but I can't remember what it's called right now, but kind of like Travel 101 series, and I would like to add more and make like episodes, because I think there's 3 videos right now, and those are kind of aimed at like first-time travelers, and I kind of broke it up into like episode 1 is like how to plan a trip, how to decide where to go, how to book your flights, and how to determine like where to stay. Because you have to, you know, if you're booking your hotels on your own, you have to figure out what's the best neighborhood. So how to do that. And then once you figure it out, 1 or 2 neighborhoods, how to choose the best hotel and that sort of thing. And then I think episode 2 was how to pack. And then episode 3 was like what to do on the day, like right before you travel, and some flying tips and hotel tips and that sort of thing. So I'd like to maybe continue that series. So yeah, if there's any questions or things that you guys want to see me address in future videos, definitely let me know for sure. Going on my first international flight on a group trip to Rome here in September. Congratulations, that's awesome. Been watching your videos for a while, and I just got my new Monos carry-on bag for the trip. Right on. I'm super excited for you. It's a great bag. I said this earlier in the stream, but that's one of the carry-on bags that I've been able to fit the most in, and that one fits in like the most bins that we've been able to find. So I'm excited for you and your first big trip. That is awesome. Inti fan just jumped in. Welcome in. Any cruise stories? What do you think of cruising this year? I've never been on a cruise, nor has Chris. So thank you for mentioning that, because we got asked that question earlier in the stream. I will say that the types of cruises that interest me would be like an Alaskan cruise, or like a European river cruise on the Danube or something. I would love one of those to be my very first one. So yeah. The cleaning teacher, you'd like to know about Puerto Rico too? Okay, this is good. This is good. We will definitely make a note of that, and I'll definitely, I would say for updates for like YouTube, I'm trying to use the community post a lot for like updates and sharing things with you guys. So I think definitely it helps if you're subscribed. That was a little shameful plug there, but I think that does help so that you can see those posts. So if we find some like cool Puerto Rico hotels that I come across, I'll post those there. Or like on Instagram. I don't know if people use that anymore. Facebook, I don't know. But I always use the community post on YouTube, so you can find like updates and things like that. Yeah. If you stay in Ginza, the Lift hotel is nice and affordable. Thank you so much. My note man will take that note down. Thank you, Chris. Oh, and I saw a question earlier about Disneyland or Disney World. So Stacy, thank you for the reminder. I went to Disney for my 40th, going to PV just one day with the RC cruise. Okay, cool. Actually, Chris and I were talking about maybe a fun cruise would be like one of the Royal Caribbean, or I don't know who else cruises to do like Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta and Cabo, because we've been to all those places like multiple times, and it would kind of be fun to see like visiting those places from like a cruise perspective. Let me know your guys' thoughts on something like that, because we've been to all those spots. Would it be worth doing a cruise? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Ever been to any country in Africa? I have not. Here's a fun fact that I've never shared anywhere else. I still have a pen pal from the 4th grade. We still talk. She's from Burkina Faso. So that's going on like, well, I don't know. You guys probably know how old I am, but 4th grade, we're talking like decades ago. And ever since then, I've always wanted to go. I don't think I'll travel there to that particular country anytime soon, but, maybe one day. So yeah. Have you traveled a lot in Canada, Karen? Yes and no. So we're from Alberta, and so I've traveled all over Alberta. My career, once I graduated from university, was actually a tourism product development officer for the provincial government, and so that's kind of how I got started in tourism. And so that was a really cool job. I loved it. It was like a dream job after this, what I currently do now. But because of that, I had to travel all over the province and fell in love with like smaller towns and like rural things and things that aren't as popular. And so I think that's kind of what segued into whenever we travel, we like to go to maybe like some less popular spots, or like less popular spots within popular places, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we've done a lot of BC travel. The Okanagan is my favorite summer vacation place. We did a fantastic road trip through Nova Scotia. It's been 2 years now. I'm sad that it's already been 2 years, but we absolutely loved it. Been to Quebec a lot. I spent a lot of summers in Manitoba as a child. Also in Saskatchewan, Saskatoon in particular, but kind of all over. Haven't done a lot of Toronto area stuff. And I'd love to do more of Atlantic Canada. Absolutely, yeah. I'd love to go to Italy and France, but would really dread the jet lag for such a long trip. It's worth it. Jet lag is worth it. Jet lag definitely sucks. I feel that for sure. But I love France. I can't wait to go back, and I haven't been to Italy, but I know it's going to be amazing once we eventually do go. Shade, Japan and stairs go hand in hand, so pack light. Got it. Thank you for that. Cruising is like a floating Vegas with less smoke. Love cruising. I love that. We do love Vegas, so I think it would definitely be fun. Everyone should go to Alaska at least once. I agree. I would love to go there for sure. Jaybird, you gave me so many travel hacks, but the neck pillow you stuff with your clothes was the best. It doubles as a purse/day pack. Ooh, there we go. I love that. An extra tip there. Thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out. I would 1,000 times love to see your perspective as a first-time cruiser. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's kind of what I would think would be like the angle, because there's so many great cruising channels out there, right? Like they just do cruises, and there's nothing I could ever say in a video like I feel like that would be anything new to anyone that cruises, but the first time perspective I think is definitely an interesting one. So I was kind of thinking about that. So I appreciate the comment. Thank you so much. And thank you for subscribing. Love your channel. Planning my first international trip to Southwest France and Paris next May, June. Awesome. Thank you for being here and watching the videos. That's going to be an amazing trip. And yeah, May, June, like early June, like end of May, early June. I think that's like the perfect time. So that's great. That's great. Bora Bora and the French Cook Islands would be awesome. I agree. I would love to go there. Any thoughts on Quince bags? Love your channel. So I believe Quince is now the one that doesn't ship to Canada. My Chrome is frozen, so I can't Google that. But last time I checked, they didn't ship. Otherwise, I think I would have a million things from them. Because I've been eyeing up their bags and some of their clothing and like their crossbody bags. I definitely want. So if they do now ship to Canada, my credit card is going to take a hit, and I'm okay with that. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Have a great evening or day wherever you're at. You did a Viking cruise on the Rhine River. It was amazing. Oh, I'm so excited to hear that. That's definitely like a bucket list. I would love to do that for sure. I would love to do that. Have you traveled on Ryanair with the carry-on? Would love to see how you make it work. I have not. Yeah, I have not. We've tested bags in the Ryanair sizers. I'll be honest with you though, there hasn't been an opportunity where we've needed to fly on Ryanair. And so, yeah. I don't want to, and I don't want to fake it either, which is why every time we're like in a European airport, I try to find the Ryanair sizers with whatever bags that we're using. So yeah, we haven't tried it, but we've tested a few bags in the Ryanair sizers. But I know they're a tough one for sure. The cruise goes to those ports on 3 days back to back. Hard to choose the excursions. Yeah. That's kind of what I was wondering, because what do they usually call that? Like a Mexican Riviera cruise, I think, where they visit Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, and Cabo. I'm not sure in what order, but it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, and then you cruise back for 3 days straight. I also want to know about cruising, like the, what do you call that? It's blanking me, where you're just like, it's like the cruise day where you don't stop in port. Sail day or whatever. Do you guys enjoy those days? Do you like I know people enjoy those days because you can do all kinds of fun stuff, but what about when it's like 3 or 4 days in a row? Because I was actually looking at like a cruise to Hawaii, but that's like 3 or 5 days, I think, sailing. Would you get bored? Like, I don't know. What do you guys do on cruises when you're not in port? Celebrity cruise. I've done some research. I feel like maybe celebrity would be a little bit more of our vibe. I'll be honest, I would never go on a Disney cruise. We, just because we don't have children, we don't travel like with families, things. Also, I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. I'm not a ride person. I'm absolutely terrified of roller coasters, which is really sad because Chris loves roller coasters a lot, and his life goal is to get me on one with him. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. We'll see. Portugal, Denise Miller, if you had to skip one, Lisbon, Porto, Algarve. I love this question because it's so hard to answer. If I had to skip one, I would skip Lisbon. Yeah. Just because Porto and Lisbon are cities. Porto is a lot smaller. It's a little more chill and laid back, which is kind of more of my vibe. Lisbon is like a fun city. The views are amazing. Like, everything's amazing. I wouldn't want to cut one, but if I had to, I would cut Lisbon. Just because, like, the Algarve, I would never cut out the Algarve. It was amazing. Porto is a little more like down to earth, and because it's a bit smaller, people from Porto, it's like they don't leave. They don't go and live anywhere else. They live there and breathe it, and you really feel that in the city. and the wine is amazing. And so if you have the opportunity to go into the Douro Valley, like, oh, yeah. So yeah, if I absolutely had to cut one out, it would be Lisbon. Doesn't mean I don't want to go there. Super hard question, but that's kind of been my favorite question so far, this stream. Jasmine, are the Quebec Christmas markets worth it? Yes. I went a couple of times as a kid, like in school, because I was in French immersion growing up and stuff like that. So we did make some trips to Quebec. I haven't done it as an adult, but it's very magical. Yeah, very magical for sure. Yeah. I would love to see you do a collab with Travel Tips by Lori. I love her. And Jen LaForge. Also, you got a nice shout out from Lori. Oh, thank you. Lori is amazing. She's like our, I hope she takes this as a compliment. She's like our YouTube mom. Just so much wisdom. Like, she knows everything. She knows everything. I look up to her so much. She's amazing. She's got a great channel. She's been around for a long time. So you guys, I'm sure all know who she is. Fantastic tips. Yeah, fantastic. The trick is to stay awake for 24 hours and sleep for 14 hours after you check in and you're good to go. It's true. And a lot of cappuccinos for sure. Yeah, jet lag, it's never fun. It's never fun. But it's always worth it. Absolutely. I got so far behind in chat again. I apologize. Suzanne, thank you for this comment. I would recommend Acapulco, Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and Manzanilla. Yes, I want to go to all those places. Definitely. I went to Huatuco pre-YouTube days, and I would love to go back. That's another one I'd love to go to for sure, and like actually make some video content about it. The self-serve beer tap on a cruise. Yeah, I think that's how we would get Chris on a cruise for sure. My son recommends Indonesia, lots of islands to choose from. The food is amazing. Yes. I heard Bali is Indonesia. Sorry, bad joke. I loved Bali though, but I know there's so many more islands to choose from. Absolutely. Thank you for the videos about Carry On. I'm team Carry On for life. Awesome. Me too. Glad to have you here. I'm headed to Italy in September. Oh, I'm so jealous. I have never been to Italy. One day soon. But enjoy your trip for sure. Quince. Okay, they don't ship outside of the United States at this time. Okay, so we're still working on Quince. We're still working on Quince stuff. But I've watched videos from other like travel tips YouTubers. Sounds like they love their Quince items. So when they do ship to Canada, be ready. There will be lots of content. Love your segment on SFO. You're from SF. Awesome. You guys, me and Chris, we love San Francisco. We went there for the first time last summer in July randomly. I found like a pretty cheap flight, and it's only about a 2.5 hour flight from our home airport. And it was kind of just like last minute, and I said to Chris, I was like, well, do you want to go to San Francisco? Why haven't we been yet? We were both like, yeah, okay, let's see. It was incredible. We loved everything about it. And then we got to go back in, was it February? Yeah, I think it was February. Because the airport was doing some fun stuff. They just opened a brand new terminal. The renos are amazing. And like, we got to visit the city again. And like, I think we're going to go back maybe in I don't know, couple weeks, a month, I don't know. Love the area, the city, and also I really want to go back to wine country. Yeah, it was really fun. So yeah, definitely one of our favorite places for sure. Yeah, Virgin Cruises is adult only, so that could definitely be a contender for sure. A bigger ship you couldn't get bored with so many days. Smaller ships you would get bored. Gotcha. Yeah, entertainment, eating, drinking beer, pool time. You're right. I don't think we would get bored at all. Marlo, you did the cruise from Vancouver to Honolulu, 5 days out to sea. The ships have so many activities you'd never be bored. Okay, that is good to know. I love that. Pastor Mike, 15 days in Mexico and first time doing carry-on only. Woohoo. Love the packing cubes and really helped your overpacking. Well, that's awesome. Glad to hear it. Because my thing is, if you can figure out how to pack for a week and be okay with doing laundry, you can travel indefinitely, whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months. Like, you can do carry-on only. Just bring enough clothes for like a week, and then you have to figure out laundry. That's a whole nother thing, but it's absolutely possible. Absolutely possible. Okay, I'm loving all the cruise recommendations and hype about cruises, so we might have to think more into this for sure. Flight anxiety, turbulence, etc. How do you combat it or overcome it? So that's a great question. I don't know if I can share this, but Chris does have his pilot's license, and that definitely helps because he knows all the science behind things, because I definitely ask him questions when I hear weird sounds or stuff like that. But like, you know, I think we've just been on so many flights that it doesn't really, I don't know. I haven't ever really been worried about it. It's still the safest mode of transportation by far. So perhaps Chris can add a few things in there. But yeah, I'm also lucky that I fall asleep really easily. So I usually just go to sleep. And I know not a lot of people can do that. So I don't envy you guys who can't sleep on planes. Chris is one of them. Donna says, we love Norwegian. Okay, working on loyalty rewards with them, never bored on sea days, so much to do. Okay, it sounds like there's lots going on. So I think we would definitely enjoy a cruise for sure. Love sea days, relax, enjoy pool time, read a book as the ocean goes by. Editing time, that's a good point. That's a good point. Awesome. I seem to only get jet lag when coming back. I agree. It's definitely worse coming west, I guess. I think there's science behind that. Or it could be when you're on your way there, you're just excited and you want to make the most of it. So you just kind of suck it up and maybe have some coffee and deal with it. I think that could also be more like it too. Alrighty. Okay. Are we still live? Because my whole computer now has seemed to be frozen. So, and I can't see if there's chat anymore. So are we still live? I'm going to ask my tech guy.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Because I can't see anything now.
Incoming tech support.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're like super frozen. Sorry, my friends. Yeah. We're like ultra frozen.
Oh boy.
So sorry about this. Bear with us for a second. Yeah. Are we good now?
Where's the chat?
Yeah, just kind of stop. Okay, at least we can click on things. Sorry, friends.
Please hold. No, we got it. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. Just,
I
I don't know. Sing a song or dance or something. I don't know.
People definitely don't want to see that, either one of those from me, unfortunately. But I will say the group trips are available to be booked. We're going to Ireland and Portugal. I have videos on them now, and we already sold several spots for the Portugal trip. So like anyone, if you're here in the chat who's coming, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And also thank you guys for showing up to this live stream, our very first one. I knew there was going to be a few hiccups, but great questions. And I love doing the live format because I've been so curious about like cruising as like a topic, and if it's something that we would even be interested in, if it's something that you guys would be interested in. So yeah, so I appreciate like all the insight and the fact that like it sounds like based on what you guys know about us that like we would love it. So yeah, super appreciate that. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna put the BRB screen on because we're just trying to get we're trying to get the computer unfrozen, and I think okay. But now I can't see the chat, and I'm missing questions.
We're gonna send the chat onto the laptop.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Uno momento. Apologies, my friend. It's nice having a tech guy. I need the Jeopardy music playing.
Bing, 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 bing,
there we
bing,
go.
bing, bong. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bong. Bing, 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 bong, bong. Here, let's just use mine.
Okay.
Use mine, and then we're gonna do this. I got this.
All right.
Travel chat live.
Okay. We might be back.
And then I'm just going to mute you. Okay, we're Gucci. Yeah,
okay.
We're good. Yeah, here. Let's just put that there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I won't be able to do that. So, because I can't click that.
You can do it on OBS.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. This is kind of like jank now. I apologize, my friends. I think, okay. Okay, sorry, can you come back? There we go. I'm gonna do this. Oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. I apologize about there we go. Okay. We are back. I'm gonna have to be looking down to see, and like the chat is like so small on my little laptop now, and we're gonna keep Silent Chaos's comment up about jet lag because I don't know how to get rid of that now, and I apologize. So sorry if I'm looking too much down at the screen. Fernando, hi from Brazil, welcome in, and the Portugal trip looks amazing. Yeah, I'm really excited. So when I went to Portugal in October, we were there for, it was basically 12 full days. We had 12 nights, and we stayed in 3 different places. We're gonna fit in a couple of more places in a shorter amount of time. So it'll be like the perfect kind of taste of Portugal. We're gonna go to most of the places I went, but we're gonna sneak in a few extras that I didn't get a chance to visit. So it's gonna be really fun. So yeah, I'm really excited. Okay. Derek, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so like I think for the Portugal trip, if you've been before, like most people do, like on a first trip anyway, I would say a lot of people do kind of the standard, either like Porto and Lisbon or Lisbon and the Algarve or all 3 if you have the time type of thing. And so we're definitely going to be doing a lot of like what would be like perfect for a first timer trip, but we're also going into the Alentejo region a little bit, and that's going to be really fun. So the whole trip is going to be a really good taste, I guess, of Portugal, pun intended as well. But the thing that I'm really excited for is, because the last trip I I basically planned it like all myself, and there was definitely a lot of like logistics behind it as far as, you know, getting from each place and how to decide how many nights to stay and, you know, what to do in each place to make sure that we really get like a flavor for the region, and we're like seeing some of the highlights, but also time for like hidden gems and some fun local experiences. And so for this Portugal trip, like the company that we're doing it with, Go Ahead Tours, they have really great recommendations, and I worked with them on kind of adjusting the itinerary a little bit so that it's kind of our travel style, and also kind of what they have like really good hookups for, like for some unique activities and stuff. So it's gonna be a really good combo, and I hope it'll be fun, like for you guys traveling with Chris and I, because we like to have fun and we're pretty chill, and Chris is an amazing photographer, so we're going to take lots of good pictures and of course put a vlog or vlogs together, and that's always fun to do. So yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah. Jet lag is worse on the way back due to crosswinds against the plane, as explained by a Lufthansa pilot, and yes, I'm an aviation lover. That's awesome. I will say after I experienced kind of like a out of body experience when we were in like San Francisco. We got the airport tour, and then we got to go onto the airfield, and we saw this A380 take off essentially in front of us. It was windy, it was raining, and this thing was like full power. You could see all the thrust because of the rain. It really like enhanced it, and it was in that moment where I was like, I get it. Like aviation nerds, like I understand. And then now for like background noise, sometimes we just put on like live from LAX or live from SFO or live from Amsterdam, like these plane spotting YouTube channels. It's kind of like, it's cool to watch and like have in the background. And when a big bird comes in, then it's like, oh, it's pretty cool actually. So I've definitely nerded out after that trip for sure. Thank you for being here, Karen. Have a great rest of your evening or day. Sorry, the chat is like so small now. Any tips for getting sleep on a long haul flight? Besides red wine? Honestly, I am a like this travel pillow combo that I've raved about a lot on my channel, where it's like I don't know if you've seen it, but I've mentioned it in a few videos now. It's like not a traditional pillow. Honestly, that thing, I've converted so many people because I don't know, it really works. So it kind of attaches to the little like adjustable headrest on the back of your seat, and then it's like an eye mask that you velcro over top, and then you just kind of like lock yourself in so your head doesn't bob around. Honestly, like the only time I wake up now is when I hear like the flight attendants slamming the doors because they're preparing meal service or something. Otherwise I would sleep for hours. Like I swear by it for sure. But I would say that like, when I do have a long flight coming up, I try to get a good workout in, like before the flight, or a long walk, like really like exhaust your body type of thing. Lots of water so that like by the time you're on the plane, it's like you're ready to sleep anyway. For sure. I have not tried the turtle neck pillow. I know what one you're talking about, where it's like you kind of just put it here. They're really expensive. For some reason, they're always like $70. For me anyway, to buy them in Canada. I don't know. Maybe they were on sale for Prime Days, but I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I don't think it would work for me. So I don't know. And maybe if they'll send me one, I'll try it out. But I can't really justify spending that much for a pillow that I don't know if it'll work, because the one that I use works fantastic. And it was $30 or 25, I think, on sale. So yeah, and that's Canadian. So it's even cheaper if you're in the US. But I know that some people swear by it. So, and that's the thing, like sleeping on a plane, it sucks no matter what. And so like the donut pillows or the turtle pillow or the eye mask pillow combo, it's like you really just got to find what's going to work for you, and it's going to be different for everyone, unfortunately. So yeah. What's the name of the one you use? Honestly, it's whatever. Amazon is hard because it's all just like there's so many different brands, and sometimes they just sell out randomly. I want to say Sorry Sun is maybe the top one now. Whatever's like the highest rated one, because it's like they're all the same. So just find the highest rated one on Amazon. Yeah. I'll get Chris to make a note though. So I think what I'll do is I'll write up like a super quick, blog post with like all the main questions that you guys had about like, all the stuff we talked about. And so if anyone wants to like go back to it to reference stuff, I'll try to do that. Yeah. Thank you for that. Looks like that's the link to the pillow. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Top 3 trips for a first-time international traveler. My call with Gabe is booked. I'm so excited about Ireland. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. And yeah, so anyone who's got a call coming up with Gabe for the Ireland trip, yeah, he's so nice, so friendly, so helpful. So I'm like very confident you guys will get like all your questions answered with Gabe. But top 3 tips. Let's see. So, oh man, the first tip I would say is just like honestly, just be so excited that like just be open for whatever that's gonna happen. Like be flexible. It's gonna be fun. So just like enjoy. Like remember to enjoy, I guess, is just like be in the moment and don't worry too much. Don't let yourself get like frazzled. Second would be don't be afraid to try like a different type of food that you haven't heard of before, or like, so if it's like a local food that it's like a specialty in the region, that is like the best way to also, like get excited about the place that you're in and really like connect with it, I guess. That is like, yeah, like connect with the food. That'll help you connect with like the people and just really enjoy, and then also like remember it for when you're back from your trip. And like take pictures and document and have fun. And yeah, like just say yes to everything. Just like have fun and talk to locals, and yeah, it'll be good. And if you're coming, you'll be with us. So, it'll be a lot easier to do, but yeah, just remember to have fun. 'Cause like, this is truly what life is all about, is just like enjoy, you know? And yes, we're going to do Zoom calls. I forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder. So for the Ireland trip, we're going, I think our first Zoom call is going to be in a couple of weeks. And I think it's going to be on Sunday, July 27th, actually. And that's going to be a Zoom call for the Ireland trip. And we're going to do that with Atomic Trips. So anyone who has already booked or is thinking about booking, or if you've held a spot, you'll get an invite to the Zoom call, and we'll be on it as well as Atomic Trips. And so on there, you can chat with us, meet the other travelers who already booked, or just ask any questions, anything you want to know about the trip. That's coming up. And then I think we're gonna do a few more as well. And then also for the people who do book the trip, once that's all like booked and confirmed, we're gonna have Zoom calls. If you want to attend, of course, no pressure. But if you want to meet the other travelers or talk to us before the trip, we will have probably a few over the course of the next few months, so you can feel better, like knowing like who else is traveling. And then basically once we land in Dublin, it's like we're all going to know each other already. So it'll be fun. So yeah. Derek, have you ever been to Southeast Asia like Thailand or Bali? Yes to both. It's been 10 years, which is absolutely crazy. 2015, I kind of did like a backpack trip with my best friend. We went for 6 weeks. At the time, she was living in Australia for about a year and a half, and I really missed her. So we met up halfway, which was a lot further for me to go. But we started in Bali, and then from there we went to Cambodia, and then we traveled through Vietnam. We went to Laos for a couple days. It got cut short. And then we ended in Thailand, although we only did Phuket. And we were there for about a week. And our first day, we got a little scooter and we toured all around. It was awesome. We had the best day. We cruised around. And then that night, I woke up and was the sickest I have ever been in my whole life. And yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway, so basically for the next 2.5 days, I was like in bed. My poor friend, she just had to chill and hang out. We actually were supposed to move hotels and stuff, and she figured out how to get us. We were able to stay in our current hotel because I was in no shape to move. And then after that, I was like recovered, but we had like a day and a half left, and I was like, couldn't do anything, so we just chilled. So I barely got to see Thailand, so I definitely want to go back. It was still amazing, but it's been 10 years, and that was like long before YouTube, long before my travel blog, but it was amazing, and I will say Vietnam was my favorite, and I really want to go back, so yeah. I'm from San Francisco and loved your video of the airport. Oh, that's awesome. Right on. It was so great, honestly. Like, we had a fantastic time. It's a great airport. Like, love it. And I'm not just saying that because they brought us down to show it off. Like, it was fantastic. It was super fun. And we love San Francisco. Yeah, can't wait to go back. Not fun getting sick while traveling. I know, yeah. But you know what? It happens. And sometimes it happens and you can't do anything about it. So I think that's part of my tip about just kind of going with the flow and not to worry about it, because you might not also get sick. So, but it happens. Just got the travel pillow. I thought it wouldn't work for me. I'm 4'11", but since you said you can use it, I'll try it. Yeah, so I'm like between 5 feet and between 5 and 5'1". So I know you're a little shorter, but hopefully it works for you. Where can I find the information about the trip to Ireland? Chris, can you please throw that in the chat for us? Or I can probably find it here. Yeah, so anyone who has joined recently, we're doing 2 group trips next year. We're going to Ireland in April from April 13th to 20th, so it's 8 days, and the trip is open to be booked if you want to come travel with us. That trip, we're planning to have about 25 people come with us, but if there's a lot of interest, we do technically have the space to have 10 more people come, so at the very most it'll be 35 people. But we're aiming for about 25. And then if there is a lot of interest, we can technically bump that up to 35, but that'll be absolute max. The Portugal trip, we have 23 spots. And I think there's, last I checked, there was already 10 gone. So we have 15 spots left, or 8, or whatever the math is. Yeah, 15 spots left, I think. Anyway, because there's 25 people total, that includes Chris and I. So, yeah, I'm really excited for the interest in that one too. And I don't see the link in the chat yet, so I will get that going. I apologize. Let me find that for you. Here we go. I got it. Oh, Chris has got it because I'm doing it from his. There we go. So hopefully that works. So, and then, Chris, can you put the Portugal trip info in the chat for us, please? And thank you. Sorry, it's like so. Okay. Uno momento again. Sorry. Let's do. Sorry. Give me a sec while I search here. I had it all up on my second monitor, all ready to go, all fancy and everything. And then, of course, my Chrome crashed and now it's like frozen. So I'm on my little... So that's why I'm looking down. I'm sorry. I'm on my... Had to bring out the little laptop. Here we go. So... Okay, copy. And I'm doing this from Chris's chat. There we go. There. Yeah, sorry, just delete the second one there. There we go. Okay, sorry friends. I knew there was going to be technical difficulties. Kevin, now you have amazing new friends in the Bay Area. Yes, we have so many friends in the Bay Area because, San Francisco and the Bay Area is just incredible. And we had so much fun. I'm really hoping we can get back there this summer. Definitely. Ireland trip would be during my birthday. Ooh, that's exciting because the Ireland trip is also during my birthday as well. So that was kind of the little teaser surprise I left in the Ireland video. If you watch till the very end, I'm not going to say which day yet. You got to be on the trip. But my birthday does fall during the Ireland trip, so that would be like super fun to have you guys celebrate. Okay, so I apologize. I think we're going to have to end the stream because we haven't had dinner yet. And I was only going to do like an hour, so thank you guys so much for being here. And I'm sorry that I didn't get to everyone's questions, but it was awesome having you all here. I super, super appreciate it. And thank you for the great comments and questions. And thank you for subscribing. We're so close to 200,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you guys for all your support for getting us there. That is amazing. That is like super exciting. So hopefully we'll hit the big 200 later this week. I would love to do another one of these live streams soon. So definitely give this a thumbs up if you can, so that YouTube knows that this was a good thing, that we should do it again. And I don't know if there's like any good time to do them, but I'm thinking probably around the same time. So, I appreciate you guys being here. And, yeah, so if you have any questions about the group trips coming up, like I said, you can send me a message on like Facebook or Instagram at any time, or leave a comment on the videos, better yet, because I read through all those questions on the videos. So I have 2 videos out now. We just launched the Portugal trip today, this morning. So that video is live and it's about 13 minutes long. I take you through the whole itinerary and how everything works and what's included in that trip, pricing and booking details and how to book and all that stuff, as well as talk about like the vibe and what the age ranges are and things like that. And then the Ireland trip we launched last Sunday as well, or Monday, I think. And we're getting bookings on that one too. So yeah, if you guys are at all interested, I would definitely recommend like holding a spot or requesting like a call to talk to someone at the tour companies. I will say these are 2 different trips with 2 different tour companies. We're just kind of doing them like almost back to back. So you can do both if you want, but they're totally separate. So you can come to one, you can come to Ireland, you can come to Portugal, you can come to both. We're going to be going from Ireland to Portugal. We have about 6 days in between. I haven't decided what we're doing yet. If we're going to hang out somewhere random, like, I don't know, somewhere in France or Spain or Italy or the Azores, or just go to Portugal early. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, that's an option as well. So thank you guys so much for being here. I think we'll end it there, and yeah, hope to see you guys on the next one. It might be a little more organized. It will be more organized, I promise. Fewer technical difficulties and 0 beers spilled instead of 1. So yeah, thank you guys, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you for being here and subscribing and all that stuff. Bye.